Russo, and you're watching InvestComics TV.
Hi, I'm Shaun from Famous Faces.
I'm Sebastian from InvestComics.com, and this is FIC.
And this is also week 3 of DC's 52, so we're going to review all 13 of them again. Hopefully, not a giant.
Well, actually, there's only 12 because technically, Justice League #1 is this week's 13th book.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to it. Batman #1, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. I love Scott Snyder. I can't say anything bad about it. It was really, really good.
It was good. It was really good.
Explains a lot of the Batman stuff that's been going on, how everything transitions to this new DC universe. It's really
sets up some stuff in Nightwing. It's all over the place.
It's really good. Check this. This is the book of the week, my opinion. Well, tied with this next one.
I was gonna say this next one's my book of the week.
This is my favorite character.
All right.
Well, favorite Batman character.
Nightwing #1.
Woohoo! He's back.
This was so good. So good.
I love you, Kyle Higgins, for making Nightwing cool.
Kyle Higgins, you rule. Eddie Barrows, you also rule.
Awesome.
And what the heck, J.P. Mayer, you rule too.
Don't know who you are, but you're pretty cool.
You're involved. You rule. This was so good.
Thank you for bringing Nightwing back.
So good.
There's a circus scene in there, and it was the coolest scene in Nightwing history, as far as I'm concerned.
And the Kyle Higgins again, the Nightwing's thoughts, his little inner monologue. Yeah, he nails it. He sums up the essence of Nightwing. He even sums up the essence of Batman through Nightwing's. Well, there's a lot of similarities, but here's some differences.
Batman and
Nightwing
good. Sort of connected.
Yeah, there's a theme running.
We're not 100% sure.
Through these stories. We're starting to see pieces link up. The little Batverse is a little happy place.
Batverse is awesome so far.
The happy place.
This next one. Catwoman's a slut. That's not really that slutty, but yeah, just. It was good.
Not as slutty as
Tamarian. That is. We'll get to that.
Who's not Tamarian type?
This one, I don't know. I haven't read a lot of Catwoman. This is
I don't know.
how I know my Catwoman.
I haven't read a lot of Catwoman either. But again, I picked it up because I'm Judge Winnick's newest, biggest fan. I'm the recruited.
I'm not. But
and that was good.
This was pretty good. I'll stick around for a second. Yeah.
It was not exactly what I expected, but it was.
First panel. Tells you what the whole book's about.
Oh yeah. Apparently, it doesn't matter. People are like, oh, which Catwoman costume? All the Catwoman costumes doesn't matter because most of the time she's jumping from rooftop to rooftop halfway changed. She's just in transit, not shy.
You do Red Hood because
I saw a side of Batman I never wanted to see again.
Batman, he's cut. He's creepy.
He's a player apparently.
Good for him. He doesn't take no for an answer.
That's
his own no.
Yeah, that's
Shouldn't it be the other way on that panel? Okay. Just go to Red Hood.
Batman's looking at Catwoman and saying, "To the Batpole."
Here's the slut. I thought it was okay. I'll read the second issue.
Because of the way these books have gone, where every book I think I'm going to love, I end up hating, or meh, and every book I think I'm going to hate or be meh, turns out to become my favorites. I tried to second-guess myself and expected that this book that I didn't even care to pick up would become one of my favorites. And instead it became one of my...
Second issue, yes or no?
I don't know. I don't think I can do it.
Alright. SUPERGIRL. I liked it. I thought it was... I liked it better than Action Comics. I read Superboy, but so far I liked it a lot.
I'm going to give it through #2. I liked it. It started... We were the opposite. He thought it started out, and got stronger. I thought it started out strong and got, Part of that was, we both like this, Mohammed Asrar.
Sorry for butchering it.
We're horrible.
Great art, though.
Sorry, we're ignorant Americans. But, yeah, the art is gorgeous. But this, Dan Green, I think is the colorist, the beginning pages look as painted as this cover, and then just partway through it starts getting
not as bad, just kind of
less. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just it gradually, it went from that painted to just standard comic, which threw me. That first page when she first gets out of the thing, you see the pretty explosions, and then there's the obligatory I stood up and I'm super, and it's all painted and nice looking. And it's still nice looking at the end. It just was nicer in the beginning.
Green Lantern Corps #1, Tomasi. Yay, Tomasi. It's good, just like the other Green Lantern stuff. It takes place after War of the Green Lantern, so all that still happened. Green Lantern universe is still intact. Everything's still going on. This really, really introduces you to Guy and John really well, though.
Peter Tomasi was born to write Guy Gardner.
Yes, and
just
John
was.
Stewart in this case. He
nailed John too.
He told you what these characters were about. He told you who they are, and I can't wait for the second issue. So.
You know, everybody seemed to be friendly with John again, which makes me wonder.
He's fine.
Are they really over Mogo that quickly, or could we have retconned him back in?
He'll pop
no
up.
room for him in the new DCNU.
He'll be a little mini planet.
This was my surprise of the week. I had, Wonder Woman. I've never really read her regularly, at least not since last time I read her regularly was like Wolfman and Perez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Old armor-looking Wonder Woman.
That's right down there. I can't get you one.
All that stuff. Yeah. So I wasn't sure what to make of this, but Azzarello and Cliff Chink. It was good. They said
extremely violent.
They said that Wonder Woman is at most it's going to be a horror book, and I was like, how would that work? And it's sort of misleading. What it really is this is Wonder Woman if she were a Vertigo book. It's good. It's that horror that is not like horror comic. It's that cerebral horror, and it's it's good. You're thinking. It was, and it took me because I'm like I said I haven't been but I believe. Because they keep calling her Zola, isn't that Cheetah in whatever?
Sure. All I know is the art sort of looks like the guy who draws Jeff Lemire draws Sweet Tooth, right? I think.
Jeff Lemire wrote it.
I think he draws it too. I don't know. The art looks very Vertigo. Yeah. Yeah,
it's got that very Vertigo look.
It was good,
but it's very clean, very nice.
Best Wonder Woman's been in a while. Tony Bedard, I love you, but I'll read the second issue.
And
it has to get better.
I expected to really like this because it's Tony Bedard and because it's just my luck to this is, as I refuse to call him Blue Beetle, this is the false Beetle. And so I expected that, oh man, Tony's writing it, I'm gonna like it.
Yep.
And it wasn't bad, but since it's not Ted Kord, you gotta wow me to get me to stay with this. And instead, it
just think we get new Guardians next week, so there's his redemption.
And it retconned both Dan Garrett and Ted Kord out of the DCNU.
I didn't read this because I don't care about Deadman. What did you think?
I read that because I care about Deadman. Not enough to read Hook and Dove, but enough to read DC Universe Presents. It was good. It's very. It wasn't really. They couldn't call it action comics because it wasn't action. It was more. Again with the cerebral, it was more thoughtful.
Art's pretty good.
The art was good. It's a good book. It's just if you're going in expecting, no, this is more.
Cover's misleading.
Zen in the art of superheroics.
Same thing. Didn't read it. Don't care. That your review?
Yeah, my review is. I don't know if I'm here for number 2.
All right. Birds of Prey. These are all books you've read. I'm not.
Birds of Prey was good. I didn't expect to like this. There was that awkward moment. I don't know if I'm comfortable with. What's her name? Why am I blanking? No. Why am I blanking on Black Canary? I'm like, my brain wanted to say Mockingbird. But I don't know if I was comfortable with that whole scene where Black Canary is telling Barbara Gordon, look, you got my message that I was forming a team, right? I really want you on it. I wish you'd change your mind. I'm like, no, you didn't form this. This is Barbara's team. So but it's got what's his last name? Jesus. What is it? Jesus Saez. I loved him on the Real Birds of Prey. Yeah, I said real. I loved him on it. I even loved him on OMAC Project, and that was the where
OMAC.
The first time I saw this guy's art, he was cremating Ted Kord. That's hard for me to get over.
It's okay. Let's just move on to the next one. Legion of Superheroes.
This was good because it's very apparently Flashpoint. They talk about in Legion Lost. Oh, it's hard to know what's happening past the Flashpoint wall. We knew that. Apparently, Flashpoint. They even know the name of the series in the future. Brainiac 5 is a smart guy.
It's okay.
But apparently the Flashpoint DCNU changes kind of soften out by the time you get to the future. Because this picks up like there's no bump between this and
So it's like Green
the
Lantern
Legion.
or Batman.
The Legion I was reading. So I really like this because I really like that. And the artwork in this, Francis Portela.
Good stuff.
It's très bien.
Alright, so that's it for the DC stuff. Planet of the Apes.
I keep telling you, this book is so good. Read it. I just read Planet. The trade. What was the trade? $9.99.
$9.99
for the first trade, first story arc. Read this, and you will say, "Wow, I didn't expect Planet of the Apes to be that good."
X-Men Schism. There's finally a schism.
Schism!
Yay!
This,
They finally fight. There you go. Other than that, it was a lot of arguing, and then finally they were just like, you know what, screw it, let's fight.
speaking of X-Men Schism and X-Men fighting, Avengers Crusade. Guess what? The X-Men fight with the event. Captain America versus Cyclops. Cyclops has got some cojones.
Yeah,
He's like blasting at. He's like, I'm Cyclops. Who am I going to take on? Captain America, Steve Rogers, Captain America, and freaking Magneto. Really? That's the double team you want to go against? It's Doctor Doom. Apparently, it's weird because of the way everyone's talking about. You know, like, oh, does this fight have to be necessary?
I like that.
And Wolverine's answer is, have you? You know, actually, Jamie Madrox's answer is, have you met Scott Summers? So this actually fits nicely with Schism, but since they wrote this so long ago, it doesn't mesh up necessarily with the rest of everything else because they're still acting like, you know, Doctor Doom gets evil and can't be trusted. I'm like, he's on the FF at the moment, just kind of chilling and watching the kids.
Oh, sorry. GOBS.
Love this book. So adorable. So.
Yes, that cover screams adorable.
It is adorable, but it can be sexy adorable. Ooh la la. But it's all like the self-esteem of the sad little gob girl, Gretchen, as she has to try and compete with the hot elf chick. So that's fun.
Happens.
Their bar, the rotting giant,
it's horrible.
Actually wakes up because they trip a magical spell, and the bar gets up and starts killing people.
Daredevil number 4.
So good.
I gave up after issue 2. I'm sorry, Daredevil. I used to like you.
It's so good. This book is so good, and this issue was really good.
The art's cool.
And yeah,
Never mind, take that back after that.
The art's cool. This little sad guy.
Because Flashpoint's over, we're going to review Fear Itself stuff. We got Fear Itself Homefront. That's yours.
It's true.
Fear Itself Youth and Revolt, and Fear Itself Uncanny X-Force. Fear Itself Uncanny X-Force wraps it up. It's really cool. It's an awesome ending. Pretty much human beings are dicks. Mutants are...
I hate human beings.
Mutants are really cool. Wolverine doesn't care anymore. He's just like, F it. World's going to hell.
Because, you know, Wolverine was always such a caring and empathetic...
Hey, you're not reading Schism. He cares about children.
Wolverine has always cared about the children. That's why he does so
review
much
your 2 books real quick.
for the children. Speaking of children and not caring about the children, Youth in Revolt continues to make me go, and this issue did that rather nicely.
There goes Paris.
So much for we'll always have Paris. Fear Itself Homefront is like the best thing to come out of Fear Itself.
I don't believe you.
It's Speedball. It's a story you never expect to read, and you never expect, once you described it, you'd never expect it to be good. But that is the magic that is Christos Gage.
Yeah.
Speedball fighting, who are those crazy orphan chicks that the Red Skull raised? Oh yeah, the Sisters of Sin.
I'm a police officer. I just happen to have an iPhone.
It happens. They're standard issues for your better police department.
So
Speedball teams up with the mother of one of the kids whose death he was responsible for back in everything that started Civil War.
Stanford, yeah.
He teams up with her to take on the Sisters of Sin.
All right.
Who'd have thought that could happen? And that was good. And that's not even, you know, this issue also has, I'm liking, maybe it's just because it's Fred Van Lente. I'm liking this, I don't know what they're calling them, but this odd little team of Thunderstrike, Supergirl, Power Man, X-23, and...
You mean Spider-Girl? Not Supergirl.
Spider-Girl, yeah.
All right.
And I don't know why they call Amadeus Cho
Prince
Prince
of
of Power. It's an unwieldy moniker. But the best part, again, for this... Well, no, the best part is the Christos Gage But, yeah, Fear and Loathing in Wisconsin with the Great Lakes Avengers / X-Men / Champions / Defenders / Power Pack. Oh, they are the Great Lakes Power Pack. So good. Brilliant. The fear is over.
Fear and Loathing in Wisconsin. Cheese.
X Factor.
It's always good.
In this episode, Simon Cowell votes that Siren can sing.
That's what the name of the super show
That is the name of the show. So all I can think of is this.
I shouldn't have done that.
I want Jamie Madrox to be all 3 judges. Peter David would write that too. That'd be awesome.
Stop.
But again, we talked about the .1 issue and how Peter David was one of the only ones in Marvel to get .1 right.
He got the memo.
He's the only one who used it right. This, if you didn't read the .1, if you skipped the .1 and we're just reading X Factor, no. You can jump right along and go right on your merry way. Everything you need to know is explained. If you did read the .1, everything from that story builds right into here, and it's flawless. It's seamless. The man's good. And a little more question about Layla. What you been doing with that power of yours? And there's some cool stuff going on. It's good. Soul searching for Reigns and God.
I don't even have a book, apparently. Boys, Butcher, Baker, Candlestick.
You set the order.
Yeah. Boys, Butcher, Baker,
Candlestick.
That's a lot.
This is the one we finally see a side of Butcher we haven't seen yet. This is the one. This is the story of how he met and married his wife. And you can understand the worst thing that happened is the day that Homelander and the Seven ended up being responsible for killing his wife. Because Butcher almost could have been a normal person instead of the psychotic bastard we've come to know and read about. But then the books would have been boring.
Bionic Man.
This is good. First one was okay. This one is even better. There's all the stuff you need if you were a fan of the show, all the stuff you need if you've never heard of the show, and a whole bunch of new stuff that means you go, wow, cybernetic armies. Who knew?
Game of Thrones, the sleeper of the month, week. No one really knew this was coming out, apparently.
It was kind of hush all over the world.
Incest. I don't think there was incest.
Not in this issue. You gotta wait for it.
Darn.
You gotta wait for that.
Gotta wait for the
special all incest variant cover.
God, it's a tough show to watch sometimes.
Folds out like a Mad magazine. No, it folds together. Look! Oh no! But no, this. If you've seen the show, is good. If you've read the book, it's good. If you have neither seen the show nor read the book, it's still good. There'll just be little things that you're missing, so you'll have to go see the show and read the book.
My only complaint is the art's a little.
Yeah, it's good. It's just it's a fantasy comic. Those are always harder to do.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2. I'm so excited. It came out. We were watching Ninja Turtles all day. I'm pretty sure Rick went crazy. It was pretty awesome. But this is in. It explains so much more onto why Raphael is not with the rest of the group, and it introduces a character that everyone should love. And it's awesome because it's Ninja Turtles. Go pick it up.
Has he formed Raphael and the Outsiders?
Don't ruin my Ninja Turtles. Just review your stupid Cloak and Dagger. Don't ruin my Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles is awesome.
It's your Spencer boy. And
Ninja Turtles is awesome.
Nick Spencer wrote a book that people can name the characters in.
Ike.
Ike is not in this.
He should be. Ike's the man.
This is good. It's I still love it. Emma Rios is awesome. Emma Rios does beautiful stuff. Heck, I ended up with Emma Rios Cloak and Dagger pages from our little cancer fundraiser. So,
oh yeah, we did that.
Yay for that. I guess, boo cancer. Yay fundraiser. It's a weird thing to yay, I realize afterwards.
Oh,
but the Emma Rios artwork is gorgeous. Nick Spencer gets a little more Nick Spencer-y in this than he did in the last one because the story kind of gets, but is good.
Green Hornet.
Phil Hester writes a great Green Hornet. I know people go, oh no, Green Hornet. There's so many of them. Dynamite made like 50 million Green Hornets.
Not that fast.
But this one's really good. Read the main Green Hornet.
Zorro. He rides again.
He does.
He got right back
There wasn't a lot else to do back then.
They didn't have cars.
Yeah, it was like no TV.
What
are you gonna do? I'm riding again. Oh, that's all you ever do. His wife gets pissed. No, this book.
Totally just made our own Zorro story.
It's
all
late,
right, go.
but yeah, this book is good. Matt Wagner writes a great Zorro. It's good. It's Zorro.
Young Justice. Where's my TV show?
It's back.
162. What?
It started last Friday.
Where's my DVR?
It started last Friday. This is good. This gives you a very... Now that I finally saw it, last time I was like, oh, I didn't see any of the episodes. Now that I finally caught up on the old episodes, this is a great little behind the scene. What they did, they wrote it like, okay, here's what happened in that episode. Pan the camera back. Oh, here's where Artemis was, and here's how it all played out from her point of view.
They did a good job of that.
It was good stuff. Darkwing Duck is Darkwing Duck. That's all you need to know by this book.
All right, 2 trades we're going to do real quick. Morning Glories Volume 2.
No one knows who they are.
Ike.
It's not.
Damn it!
It's not.
Really? Son of a... I don't even care. It's a great book. This is the book that tells you all the background stories and everything. Ike is in there. It's awesome. It's a good book. Read it. Chew is probably one of my favorites. It's up there with Lock and Key and Invincible as independent books. It is so great. There is John Layman.
I read the whole story.
Wait, what? Did you? Oh, I hate you. It's such a great story. This is volume 4 of it. It's just perfect. It is the most entertaining non-superhero book. It's funny. It's entertaining. It's amazing. Check it out. If you're not reading the first book's $10. It's great.
It's true. I'm gonna have to read this just because I'm loving what he does. That John Layman writes that Godzilla, Gangsters, and Goliaths. I'm gonna have to read this because he can do that with that.
Yeah, Rob Guillory.
Good.
When he draws stuff, he puts all this little stuff in the background. You need to like look around all this stuff. It's awesome. Yeah, there's like little stuff.
It's like Waldo,
Ike! He's in this one. Not this one. I swear he's in this book. Okay, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week. Maybe with Jared, maybe not. I don't even... Is he even in the store still?
We don't know. No. He's too short to detect.
I got laid.
Alright, he did. He got laid later.
Granted, it was from my boss. Bye!
Good night, folks.